There you go. Couple deep breaths. That's
Yeah,
how you do it.
yeah, I had to take a couple deep breaths. All right, so we are here. We just might get fired. What a day! First off, we starting late. I apologize for that. We just might get fired. Season 2, episode 3, and this is the juicy one. Teachers dating other teachers. I don't know, man, because this it's not personal, but it was almost personal on more than one occasion. But I just want to throw it out there to y'all, man. What do you think, or how do you feel about teachers dating other teachers?
Man, if you single and you see another teacher that you like, man, you gotta take that shot. You just think about the goodness of both of y'all having summers off. All right, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the pluses. Thinking about the pluses. All
But she
right, you
may
had
she
the
may get
summers
on your
off.
nerves by that time. The whole summer.
Hey,
Eh.
hey,
That could be
man.
anybody though.
Well, yeah, that could be anybody. But y'all get the same days off. I think it's lovely. I think it'll be lovely, man. I know it's a lot of negatives. It's a lot of cons. If the person is in a higher position than you, I don't know about dating. I don't know about dating your ILT or something like that. I think that'll be a conflict of interest. I don't know about that, but
What? That's
Hey,
two
all.
different
I'm trying to
subjects.
hit
I'm
that
only dating
TEI
them, baby.
score. What you mean? I need
Nah.
that TEI money.
We talked about Ti last time.
It's
How
a
you
business,
evaluate it?
man. It's a business. Somebody once told me that only black people are the only people who still marry for love instead of marry for business decisions.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that.
That's just what I was told.
It's a part
Mm,
of it. It's a part of it,
mm.
but that love got to be in there though.
What's
I guess
love
it's
got to
level
do
to
with it, man?
Ain't a lot. Ain't a lot of love in these marriages now.
it. Man, what? That's why the marriages don't last that long.
My man said only black people marrying for
That's
love.
just what I. That's just something that I was told. So I don't know how true it is, but
I mean, if you look around,
because if you think about it, that's how we've ever had historically.
Right.
So
yeah,
we
all
ain't
we could
have nothing
give.
else.
We couldn't give
Nah,
them nothing else, but
but
I got my love.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm pretty sure these women looking at credit scores now.
Oh, of
So
course,
it
that's
might
definitely
not
on the
just be
application.
they looking at loans. How much debt do you have before we start this?
Oh, for real, you gotta
They
ask
looking
these
at that.
questions.
No.
But I don't know, man. You know what? More
I ain't never
specifically
heard that question.
about myself. The way I think about teachers dating teachers. Well, I'm gonna give you two things. One, I'm gonna give you my situation, and then I'm gonna give you my thought. I'm kind of with you, Mr. McMillan. If it's there, and it's just like, man, it's something there with this other teacher, like, that could be the, all the icebreaker you need to embark up on something that's beautiful. But at the same time, it could just be a trap because we always want somebody to understand us, and who more can understand you than the person who does what you do for a living. So it may sound cool, at the beginning, and it may be all cool and understanding, but I don't know, man. I think, and even we have a episode coming later that where we talk about, it seems like teachers have high divorce rates, as well. So that's something we'll definitely have to come back and visit, and hopefully I can get some numbers to back that too. But
We
that
need
was
them
just off of,
stats.
right, facts, need them facts. That was just off the eyeball, just off teachers that I know and see and the ones that are around me. But I'm gonna tell y'all this story. All right. And so
Go ahead.
now, as far as actually dating a teacher, I've never done it, but I have been close. Two occasions actually. The only thing that really kind of stopped me was I just kind of shook back. I had to realize, like, come on, man. This work. Mix work and pleasure together. Not feelings get involved, and where you hired her is where you get fired from. So it's like, eh.
I
But
don't know. I don't know.
but it's like, all right. So the first time, it was this teacher, and it wasn't just the fact of convenience. It was more the fact of understanding. She was super understanding. She was super cool too. Like, ladies, FYI, that's what really, pull a fast one over us is that extra coolness off the rip. No pressure type thing. And so that's what it was. It was just super cool, and it never really took off. But you know how a conversation is one or two words away from really being something, or doing something, or going the other way. That's kind of what that was. It was probably a couple words from me, reaching out saying, hey, how you feel about this, or are you up for this? And so I just kind of I didn't entertain it out of fear. So, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but it was a good choice to not do it because I was afraid to mix business and pleasure. But another time, I kind of did speak on it a little bit, and it got shut down immediately. And the crazy part was I felt more strong about that one than I did the other one. And I just had to just kind of snap back. Like, we as men, we deal with rejection all the time, but this one was a little different because I tried to be slick about it, how I put it out there, and I didn't do such a good job, I guess. And so it got shut down pretty quick. It got played to the left real smooth, too. That's what was so funny about it. It got played to the left real smooth, but and I really would like to kind of drop situations on it, but it would be super obvious for those around me. So it's like, nah, I'ma just, good guys don't kiss and tell. So I'ma just kind of.
But after you shoot your shot and then she shoots you down, how does the work relationship go after that?
Kept it professional after that. It didn't. I wasn't salty or nothing like that. And like, I'm not one of them, them dudes who be trying to holler, be like, hey, beautiful. And I'm not interested. And then dude be, well, forget you then. I ain't like you. Nah, I ain't do nothing like that, I kept it professional and just, kept it moving. But I pulled back. Like, I started limiting in interactions with that person because I knew how I was feeling, and I was just like, well, I'm not finna make this more awkward. I'm not finna, make this situation any more embarrassing than what it already is. So, so I just kind of was like, all right, but I kept it professional. And neither one of these, I haven't hit up either one. Well, of course, because my situation has changed. But even before this change, I didn't hit either one of them up simply because I just was like, it's over and done. Let's just leave it where it is. But one of them, my fingers was itching to send that, hey, big head, text message like, hey, you want to meet up and just hang out and do this, But, since my situation has changed, I haven't had that desire to do that. So I just want to kind of keep it that way. And, but just as far as teachers dating teachers, man, I think if you just feel that strongly, go for it. But just be prepared for that work situation to change at the drop of a dime, just in case you do something that is not liked by the other. Mr. Brown, what you got?
Man, I'm real stern in this, Teach my younger cousins and my friends, and I'm real hard on my friends about it. You don't poop where you eat. Don't do that. You don't do that. So, like, she can be fine if she want to be. She work here, so I'm sorry.
I don't get that.
Because my thing is you got to protect your career. We ain't got jobs. We ain't out here just oh yeah, I'm just working at Sonic for the summer. Like, that's different. That ain't my career. Like, get it how you live, but like, this is a career. Like, I'm doing this until I'm no more. And it's one of them things where it's just, my thing is like, if it's real, it's gonna rock. And then you can look around and keep them at arm's length, be real, respectful to what you got going on. But when, like my man said, when things change, then you gotta, let it be known. But that's a general rule, and rules are always meant to be broken. But it can't be every time. It can't be every place you go. It's and know, Raymond,
Well, I got a question.
Y'all met y'all's one, so when you meet that one, like, things is gonna move around that. But as men, we know when it's like, I just want to see what that's about, or me over there. Like,
I wouldn't do that.
So the difference in that is when okay, that's someone I might need forever. Now,
okay.
I see.
Okay, well, pause real quick then. I got a question for both of y'all then.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all ever had a work crush?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Of course. Mr. McMillan, I hope you got your headphones in. I am not trying to.
My headphones are in.
Okay, cool. I don't want to get you in any trouble. I got mine on as well. Just if y'all see this door right here open.
I mean, it happens. It happens. We are men folk. I mean, it just happened like that, man. But it's only in my head. It doesn't go past that though.
Good job.
As a single brother, I shoot my shot. It's just, if we work together, I might just be like, hey, you know, let's play it chill. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm a fast riser, and I always have been. So I know I can. Hold on, we gonna rock this out in a little bit because I ain't gonna be here in a little bit. I'm gonna be somewhere else because somebody gonna come get me. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You know,
see, too,
just a pause on it.
I think about like, all right, when I was in high school, one here in Dallas, actually, my math teacher was dating, I don't remember if he was a coach or if he was a science teacher or something, like health or something. And they ended up getting married. I don't know how they are now, but you know, and it was crazy because she was seeing, if I got, she was seeing my best friend a note to go give to him. This was before like text messaging and stuff was like really, you know what I'm saying? You know, we kind of old now, but and so, you know, looking back, it was like, hey, that's exactly what that was, you know. And then another situation before that in middle school, one of my coaches who is now principal, I ain't gonna go no farther than that, but he was talking to one of the other teachers at the school as well, and they ended up getting married and having a kid, and I'm almost certain that they got divorced though. Almost, not completely sure. I'm not wishing it on them, just in case he catch this episode, but I think I don't think they made it. And then there was another coach at that same school who gave me the conversation, you know, kind of like I gave y'all, that the older lady at the school told him. He was just saying like, it's not just about the love, it's a business merger. You know, make sure you handle your business.
That's the truth.
Well, you know, so that kind of changed my perspective too. You know, first off,
you just think about it. Think about it.
Well, hold on. I gotta take a moment because I learned some life lessons at EB Comstock. Okay, that coaching staff when I was there gave us the realest conversations. Okay, just want to give a shout out to them. Like I said, one of them is now a principal. The other one is still a coach. Yeah, hey, I appreciate y'all. But go ahead, Mr. McMillan.
Nah, you said that the woman at the school said that it's a business, but of course it is. Of course it is. Look at what happens if you disperse, if you decide to end it. Look at what happens. The economic is tied to it.
Yeah,
so of course, and but think about back in the day, it was not always, I ain't gonna say always, but it was done like that most of the time. If you look at the ancestors, people married families together. That's how they like made empires. All right, two powerful families married their kids, and they became one, and all the economics came together with it. Nah, the love gotta be in there, but you don't marry only for love. You don't hit the blind love. I don't think so. Just because of how America is set up, because they tied the economics to it. All right, you can, if we go in spiritual with it, you marry when you have sex with somebody. All right, that's if you wanna go, you go spiritual. But in America, you marry when you get that paper, you get that marriage certificate. All right, that's like a business contract saying that this is your partner, this is your business partner. Y'all better be able to have trust. Y'all better be able to have everything that makes a good business work. If y'all don't, then this is gonna collapse and it's gonna be bad.
Okay,
but
so
all the other businesses, you gotta also put in work. People don't put in their work into their marriage. They end up getting married and then they put their work other places, and that's why the marriage fail. You gotta put in their work, man. Gotta put in their work
to get married. They don't work to stay married.
Oh yeah,
that's the part. Anybody can get married, but to stay married, it's another. It's a beast.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody. I went to a marriage retreat, which a lot of young people like me don't go to. But I went to a marriage retreat with some other young people, and all the older couples that we spoke to there was like, you gotta continue to date your spouse. You gotta continue to know what they like, what they dislike. Just continue to date them while you're married. That was like the overarching theme of everything that they said.
All right, so would y'all ever play the game though? And when I say play the game, the other episode we talked about, TEI, and stuff like that. And you kind of hit it. You kind of hit it a second ago, Mr. McMillan, where you said conflict of interest. Now, let's say, you know, we are all educators, you know, still in the classroom on the front lines. Now, your principal comes to you though, and you know how women are. Like, I think it's harder for women to put themselves out there, right? So, let's say your lady principal comes to you, but she does it really subtle, where it makes you think, is she shooting her shot at me or not? You know, what do you pursue it? Do you even ask, or do you just kind of let it roll off? A principal now. This is a business decision, by the way.
Is she single?
Yeah, let's say she's single.
Okay, come I say it's weird if she's not.
Let's say she's single.
As a single brother, I have no problem with two single people. What you need to do, you always gotta guard yourself. So you gotta be like, like the first time you kind of like, that ain't what's happening. You know, laugh it off, giggle it off. You know, act like that ain't what it is, and like almost make them be explicit with it. Like, no, really, this is what I'm saying. Oh, so and then now it's on the table. We gotta figure out what to do. But you know, in all honesty, most likely, if that's something that she's doing, you probably could ask around to some of the older women, and you could find out a lot about her real quick, good or bad. Right, but you know, old women gonna tell you what's up.
They will, but I would be too afraid to go ask another woman about the other woman.
Wouldn't ask about it specifically. I just would ask around it. Like, you gotta find that way to like swerve into it without asking. Like, no, you know what's going on? What's going on in the house? Like, we had an older. You didn't have to ask a question. You just go up there and start talking. How you doing today? Who bothering you today? Literally, that's the only question you gotta ask. Who bothering you today? And you can figure out everything that happened for the week. In specific questions, I just ask, what's bothering you today? And just it get laid out in front of you. So when you have that ability, you can get the lay of the land and know a lot more than you're supposed to. Because the thing is, when you talk to older women, they give and have context that we'll never have. So like, you know, as brothers, you know, women do stuff, you be like, that wasn't that petty. But when you talk to another woman about it, and the woman tells you from a woman's point of view how it was so petty. Why she didn't react like that? It wasn't even that big a deal. I mean, like, yeah, you know, that wasn't cool, but, you know, it wasn't like, well, no, because you got to understand it. This, and then, like, they lay it out for you. You're like, okay, so that's like, and then you put it, like, in dude to, like, okay, so it's like when a dude do this, okay, yeah, okay.
See, this that real talk. This is right here. This is why this season 2, is about the teacher's lounge, bro. That's real. Cool. Like when the women do those little things that we don't pick up on, other ladies be like, what you gotta do is, and stop trying to. Most definitely. What you got me, Milledge?
If you're asking me, Mr. Brown, Mr. Milledge, I will milk it. What do you mean? Tell you what I do. I'm probably telling on myself, but I would milk it, and I wouldn't address it at all. Act like I don't know what's going on, and I would milk the mess out of that.
Play the game
all day. What? I would act like I don't know nothing, and every time it get dicey, I just, you know, my wife like that, man. You know, and then I would what? I wouldn't address it. I wouldn't do nothing.
He said my wife like that. Ooh.
I play the game, and I would just get. I just get everything. But that's. I mean, I don't know if that make me a bad dude. That's just what I do, though, man. Don't play with me.
I'm with it. If they gonna have some sugar when they see you, they a little sweet on you. You do your thing. Just you know, you establish a line and stay on your side. Fine. If she want to be favorable in that observation, let her do it. Thank her for it. Tell her she smells good. Like, what you wearing? I'm gonna have to give my wife that scent. What you wearing?
What? Yes.
They compliment out there.
See, I had something similar. Like I was in high school working at McDonald's, and it was this one little chick. She was a little older than me, and she took it there, like at work. Like really approached me and kind of backed me up into this corner up against a wall. And just one thing I normally do is I keep like my feet one behind another, but spread a little bit. And that foot in front is just to keep my personal space, right? And so you'll often see me stand this way because I don't like my personal space to be invaded, whether you're chatting or whatever, you know. And she stood in the same stance, but where her foot was forward to my back foot, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of fit like a puzzle piece type thing. And I was looking down at her like, and she looked at me with that look in her face, and I was like, oh, she for real. And I do not remember how I got out of it, but don't get this mistaken. Like, I'm a good guy, but don't test my manhood. Like, I have an ego too. we just might get fired. I ain't getting no divorce or nothing, but don't play with me that way. That's for any teacher watching this. Don't play me that way. Oh, and another thing too, what I wanted to make sure I get in, because I forgot last time, off topic, but real quick. Don't forget to send in your embarrassing moments. I know this kind of random to throw it in here right now, but don't forget to send those embarrassing moments to WeJustMightGetFired@gmail.com. I actually had a couple that I was supposed to pull, only 2, but we'll figure it out next time. But y'all got anything before we end up getting out of here?
When you dabble in that work, be careful. Be careful unless you being super serious.
But ain't it kind of fun? Ain't it kind of fun when just
I never did it. No, it's not fun because
it is.
It makes everything awkward once everything fall apart. It make everything awkward, man. I do not want to put myself in a position where it's gonna be awkward when I go to work. I like to be me completely all the time, and I don't like awkwardness. So that's just my advice, man. You can do what you want to do, but I'm just telling you, just be careful when you're playing that work situation.
But who don't like a good inside joke, though? Who don't like a good inside joke?
Y'all got it.
Awkwardness don't bother me. I thrive in awkwardness because I'm gonna be me regardless.
Regardless.
Like, it's to the point when people like to be awkward around me. Like, now I'm gonna be more me than usual to see how awkward I can make it for you. Since you want to be awkward, because there's nothing awkward about this. We adults, we can do what we want, and if we do whatever we want, and then we realize that ain't what we want to do, then we just kill it and rock it. Like, it's nothing. Like, you ain't gotta be awkward.
You know, I do that same thing as I think about it. I kind of apply a little pressure. You know, when I can sense
press on people.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like when I can sense a little weakness or I can sense something, it's like, let me pick at that scale real quick and see what bleeds, you know? I ain't gonna lie.
Some sort of way.
You know what I'm saying? I do that, and I may need to stop, but it's good entertainment. You know, it's really good entertainment, you know, at the workplace sometimes. But I always keep it respectful, though. Like, I don't think I've ever crossed a coworker in that way. But I also keep it, I keep my door open as well. Not physically, I like to keep my classroom door closed, but I keep my door open to where teachers come in my room and chat. And so, like, after school, a lot this year, my room was kind of that debriefing room. And so, you know, teachers just come in and, you know, from 4 o'clock till 5:30 sometimes, just get it off their chest from that day. So I always keep an open door, which I think is, you know, what was good as well, because it did give opportunities for teachers to say whatever they needed to say to me, you know, whether good or bad. And I like that line of communication. I'm gonna definitely try to keep that in the new building this fall as well, though. But I think that's it.
I got a question. Y'all's campuses, y'all have a physical teachers lounge, right?
Yes.
My first campus did not. My second campus did. My third campus, I have not been on it yet. And I know that sounds bad to be at 3 different campuses, but my current campus is the one that I'm trying to, you know, stay at for a long time. My first campus, I was not intending to stay there forever. It was just to get my start. My second campus, I was like, hell no. And the one I'm at now, my third campus, I haven't been in the building yet. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do an update this fall and just kind of see, you know, how things start off and how things go, you know, in dealing with another semester of COVID, you know. Now that we kind of got this semester under our belt, I think that'll be a really good one to come back and give an update about.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, check in on Fair Day. Do a Fair Day check-in.
It's going to be an interesting
year
right here.
First test. It should be right before the end of the first 6 weeks. That might be a good spot.
I can rock with that. All right, well, we are done with a little time to spare. I'm your host, Mr. M. I got my man, Mr. McMillan, Mr. Brown. We just might get fired, but we did not get fired today. We will see you in the next one.